Mid to late October is always a good time to ride a motorcycle south. And this year it was the best time ever for me. The changing leaves were especially brilliant in East Tennessee, where I stopped to say goodbye to my last living uncle a few days before his funeral. Nature brought in a symphony for Uncle Speck, an orchestra of colorful landscapes, comfortable weather, and the serenity of an earlier time. Farther south in Mississippi and Louisiana, it was a time for reunion and reestablishing of friendships. Some of the people involved were classmates I hadn't seen in almost 50 years. We met in a place that was packed with people, attending an event that has changed as dramatically as the autumn leaves since my friends and I last met. The town of Franklinton, Louisiana, has hosted the Washington Parish Free Fair annually since 1911. It's the second oldest parish fair in the state and is now promoted as the biggest county fair with free admission in the whole country. People come here for the usual reasons, including the food, the animals, and the entertainment. A long parade kicks off the festivities. Hundreds of fairgoers line the streets and beg for candy, being tossed into the crowd by people riding in the parade units like at Mardi Gras. Many of the parade participants are bands and other organizations from area schools, some of which didn't even exist when my friends and I attended classes at the high school this band represented. The Bogalusa High School Band is now almost 100% African American. When I marched in the same band, there wasn't a single black student in the whole school. Where have the white people gone? One of the fair's most popular attractions is a place called Mile Branch, where visitors find not only musical groups, but a reconstructed community featuring original cabins from the 1800s and volunteers in the cabins who are the descendants of the families who lived there. Mile Branch celebrates the rich history of southeast Louisiana. But conspicuously missing is any evidence of the Jim Crow elements that once dominated life here and that I recall vividly growing up. Throughout most of my youth, going to the fair was something blacks and whites could not do together.
Like I said, we are in the bayou. That means we're in the deep south. And there's one thing I know about you people from Louisiana, you are proud to be from the deep south, aren't you?
The entertainment on the fair's grand stage in 2012 showed no evidence of its segregated past. A country band called The Farm was not just energetic and entertaining, but also racially diverse, and the crowd loved it. The Fair Queen contest was racially noteworthy too, because the main participant, the reigning queen, was an African American, coincidentally from Bogalusa High. Most of the current queen contestants, however, were young white women, several of them from private schools established after federally mandated school desegregation. Children were always a major part of the Washington Parish Fair, and they still are. Activities for children this year range from face painting to a professional rodeo. School children also entertained fairgoers daily on the grand stage, often singing patriotic songs like God Bless America. They were performing for the crowd just a few hundred feet from a fairgrounds vendor called Young Obama Haters, a group openly peddling T-shirts urging the deportation of the President of the United States. At the Washington Parish Free Fair, some things change and some things don't. Just like the trees I admired again on my ride home. I prefer the way the trees do it.